Well, blessed day, beautiful people. It's my third video of the day. I was feeling a bit shit at the start of the first one I did. I perked up a bit now, just from doing these videos, so that's quite good. Right, before I move on to my blink images, which should be the next video, I just wanted to go into another thing that's a bit weird. This time it happened when I was living in Scotland. I was in a cabin at the edge of the woods. So while I was there was starting to get like a humming noise, like a vibration, tone, feeling. I could just hear it and feel it, mostly on a night laying in bed. So I'd be laying there on my pillow in my bed, and it was just like a throbbing vibration, like it sounded like it was coming from the earth, like through the floor up. And first of all I thought it might be the generator across the pond. That lived on next to a giant fishery pond, trout pond thing, and all the shop and everything for the fishing gear hire was at the opposite end of the pond, and they had a bloody massive generator. And I thought at first it might be this generator noise coming through the ground and up, and they've got that bloody generator on all night. So the noise was a bit like if you was to stand next to a massive amplifier but no music or anything was coming out, it was just turned on. It was like a hum, like it was a bit like that, a bit like being stood inside a giant amplifier. And so I thought, yeah, it might be the generator. But one day I could hear it in my cabin, and I took the dog for a walk around the pond and realised the generator's not even on. So it can't have been that after all. And then other times I'm laying there and the wifey at the time's next to me, and I can just hear it playing as anything, like really, really loud, deafeningly loud in the room. And I'm saying to her, "Can you not hear that?" And she's going, "What?" It's like really, really loud, but she couldn't hear it. So there's that. And then if she was to piss off to sleep, then I'd be doing things on the laptop, watching videos and things, and I'd have one earphone in, so I can hear the world outside with my right ear, and left ear was getting high quality BitChute videos of conspiracy stuff. Well, I realised that when I did that, and had the earphone in that ear and this ear had nothing in, I could like hear all sounds everywhere really loud. So like the dog would be at the opposite side of the room, and I could hear us snoring, like breathing, like whistly breathing, just like really loud, as if she was right next to me. And any noises outside, it was like they were right next to me. So that was quite weird. So there's this humming and vibration. So I mean, it's not a biggie, but I was reminded of it the other day when I was watching a program called The Listeners. Have you seen that? Right, so there's this woman who's teaching a class, and she starts to hear this humming noise, and nobody else can hear it. She's checking all over the place, checking if it's something electrical that's switched on or whatever, and it's not, and she can hear it all the time. And then it turns out a kid in her class can also hear it as well, and they realise they can both hear it. And so at the beginning they do the usual thing that they do with every single series that is ever out. First of all, they take the piss out of the tinfoil hats, and then they take the piss out of the 5G as well, so they did that quite early on. The young lad in the class, he went around with a EMF reader thing, and they checked the wind turbines and they checked the big radar station. Strangely enough, they didn't bother going back to the 5G place, the 5G tower. So these two people, then they joined a group that could also hear this humming noise, and they were various people, from somebody thinking it was some council working underground or something, somebody else thought it was the deep state, a full-scale conspiracy theorist. And the series didn't actually amount to very much, but they got into this. It was like a cult. This building was a cult, and they'd do some chanting, and they'd go into the don't know. So anyway, because one of them had the conspiracy theorist guy, he had a gun, and so the police raided this while they're all doing the chanting, and the police just shot 4 of these people completely unarmed. They just ran in there and shot 4 of them. So that's kind of, it feels like that might have been a warning to anybody that is having these kind of weird experiences, is, if you are, keep it to yourself, don't go joining a cult, otherwise you're going to get shot by the police. In the meeting room at the cult place as well, they did have a picture on the wall which was like one of my blinks here. This is the only one I have that is anything like you can find anywhere. All the other ones are just completely random and unfindable anywhere else. But that's quite a common image, I think. Now, I was quite surprised I got that one. But yeah, so maybe I'll wait for series 2 and see what happens there. Yeah, just weird vibration-y noises. And since I moved away from Scotland and came down here to West Sussex, it did stop when I got here. I don't hear these vibrations in the ground anymore. Yeah. Oh, just while we're on the subject of Scotland, there was some weird shit going on in those woods. On a couple of occasions it felt like I'd seen some creatures that were not of our density. Oh, my light's playing up. Oh well, let's have a disco. Yeah, so I saw something that looked like a sausage dog, but if a deer was a sausage dog, it was like a sausage dog deer, and it crossed my path. That was quite weird. And another one was like a cross between a sloth and an orangutan, like clinging onto a tree. It must have been like 15 feet long, just wrapped around a tree, like a sloth would, or like a orangutan would, but it was a cross between the two, like a sloth with the proportions of an orangutan. So yeah, that was a weird one. Sorry, this has been a bit of a crap video, hasn't it? Especially since the light's getting a bit flashy now as well. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't even mention my PayPal address or my Bitcoin addresses down there. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll try not to cut myself